It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. Next on Madden Football.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Set to go is the kicker, Ramiz Ahmed. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Raheem Blackshear now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Young on 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
3rd down run by Hubbard. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So on 4th down now, the Panthers calling an all-pro several times over. It's Johnny Hecker for the punt. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the 2-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Staying with Eckler. Stiff arm success. He heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Commanders will have a first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play fake here, Daniels. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
3rd and short, Daniels. He has the first over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Offense marching it downfield on their opening drive. Here's a 1st and 10 from the 47. Now Daniels to throw. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. It's Dotson on the catch. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has a man, it's Ertz. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Daniels. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the second, and they're thinking points. Daniels, 3rd and goal. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And the pressure drives them backwards.
That is a wow. Maybe that's a double wow for me. 2 sacks in the previous 3 snaps. I can really criticize quarterbacks, and too often I do, to get rid of the football, but that is about a defensive effort. Knowing what's on the line when you get in the situations in the red zone, Kate, can't do it much better than that.
Facing 4th down, the Commanders will turn to Ramiz Ahmed for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Ahmed is good. And that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
It's all lined up. Ahmed ready to send this flying. Blackshear on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. First and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 37. Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Brooks. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
It's Hubbard off the option. He has the first and still going past the 35. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Connection made to Tremble. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It was Mike Sanders still on that side.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now Young. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Out of the gun, Young. He brings it in. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Hubbard will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Only a yard on the game there, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Panthers pushing for a score before the break. Young on 3rd and goal. He's got it. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. They'll run for it, Hubbard. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you can feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Daniel. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. He'll take it in short of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it's going to be Panthers football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap now to Young. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
From the 36. Finds a man. Deontay Johnson has it. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Tremble with the grab. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, look at him, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Young to throw here on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Maher connects there. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Well, Brock Martin, a touchback. This kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
One last play before the break. One final shot before halftime. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, that's halftime here, and a field goal each, all that these offenses have been able to muster thus far. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit, but first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Reports.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the 2nd half of a deadlocked game. Chris Rodriguez now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Able to find Ertz. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now Daniels off the play action. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Daniels from the pistol. It's taken in by Eckler. He gets forward, next about 4 yards. Shaq Thompson finishing that play off.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So 2nd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Daniels now. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Dumps it off to his running back. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. It's Dotson on the catch. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, we'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Again, Daniels to the air. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Panthers will take over at their own 5 following the interception. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Young to throw it. That's complete to Leggett. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Brought in right side. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Young up 1st and 10. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side finds Johnson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Hubbard on the give. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 47. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets him around 6 there. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. Just a field goal aside so far as we enter the final quarter of play. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap now to Young. Throw complete to Thielen. And they take him down right along the 30.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Sticking to the air, it's Young. Legette's got it. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Rodriguez on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders set to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running with Eckler again. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, good luck sneaking a draw by this defense on 3rd down, Kate. A quicker little run may have brought them a chance to get the 1st down, but with that delay, this defense was all over it.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Panthers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Counterplay, Hubbard. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. They run again with Hubbard. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Commanders will go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Setting up to pass. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one intended for Jahan Dotson. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now. Throw complete to Eckler. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Here he is to throw. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And this one doesn't go far. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. 35 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
From the red zone now. It's caught. Eckler. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Daniels. Looking for an open man. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Here he is to throw. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. One final shot here. And he comes up with it. He went and got it. Touchdown. And now they can tie this or go for the win. And he's good on that point after. They elect not to play for the win. They're saying they think they can win it in overtime. Gotta block that missed kick from their minds and refocus. Still a win to be had as overtime has begun. Blackshear on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First throw of overtime now. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock. From one of the tight ends motioning left. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. To the air on first down. Young. Catch is made down the right sideline. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Young working from the gun. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Ball at the 2 here for second and goal. Up the middle, Hubbard. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. They'll try with Hubbard. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Panthers take the lead in this game. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on third and goal.
The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Rodriguez on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now comes the Commander offense for another series. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On first down, here's Daniels. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Short side option here. He's running left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And the Panthers into the nickel set. 3rd down coming. Daniels from the pistol. He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Ahmed now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders make it 17 all. It's all lined up. Ahmed ready to send this flying. Hubbard with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Carolina offense headed out now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. He finds Johnson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. Gets this to Johnson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be unable to stop the clock again here in overtime. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 43. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
To throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
Biggest play of OT. Offense set now on 4th down. Looking to throw it. He's on the move. And he's out of bounds. That is not going to be enough. He made a bid for it, but he was a couple yards short. That's a turnover. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Well, this is just the game that never ends, it seems. That overtime is in the books. It is time to flip the field and start another one as we wait for a winner. First and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, Daniels. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 16 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Ramiz Ahmed. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
To score this as a win for the Commanders. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.